A young man from modern China wakes up in a stranger's body, that of Klein Morty, in a world powered by steam and mystery. The last thing he remembers is performing a luck ritual. Now he finds a revolver beside him, a healed gunshot wound, and a diary ending with the line, "Everyone will die, me included." Two classmates, Welch and Naya, are already dead. Something terrible happened before his soul arrived. Living with Klein's sister Melissa in the city of Tingen, he hides the truth and begins exploring this world, one where magic exists, and people gain power by drinking potions that open 22 pathways. These people are called Beyonders. Trying the ritual again, he's pulled into a strange space filled with gray fog. Two strangers appear, Audrey and Alger, both confused and frightened. Realizing he can control this realm, Klein creates a throne and names himself the Fool. Together they form a secret club, meeting every Monday to share information about Beyonders and the supernatural. Back in reality, two investigators arrive, Captain Dunsmith and Leonard, looking into Welch and Naya's deaths. Klein pretends to have lost his memory, but when a psychic tries to read his mind, the gray fog blocks her. Before leaving, Dunn warns him that the antagonist's notebook is missing and extremely dangerous. Klein later joins Dunn's hidden organization, the Night Watchers, who secretly protect the city from supernatural threats. To survive, he must become a Beyonder himself. Guided by Old Neil, an alchemist, Klein reads Emperor Roselle's diary and learns that mastering a potion requires acting like its role. Trusting that hint, he drinks the Seer potion and gains new powers of spirit vision, the ability to see people's auras and sense hidden energy. Soon after, he and Leonard handle their first mission, rescuing a kidnapped boy. Using his Seer abilities, Klein tracks the child's location. Inside the house, the kidnappers transform into a monstrous creature after taking a potion wrongly. Leonard defeats it while Klein lands the final shot. The boy is saved, but the mystery deepens. That night, Klein dreams of the diary's haunting words again and realizes the missing notebook might be hidden in that same house. Now a true Beyonder and a member of the Night Watchers, he steps deeper into a world where every secret comes at a cost, and the price of power might just be his sanity. Blackthorn Security, where Dunn Smith interrogates Jenkins. Using his Beyonder powers, Dunn peers into Jenkins' dream and discovers that the antagonist's notebook was once with him, but he sold it. Leonard spots a strange mark on Jenkins' neck and realizes he's working for a dangerous cult known as the Secret Order. The teen concludes that the cult is also after the notebook, so they must find it first before it's used for evil. Their investigation leads them back to the kidnapper's house, where they find a woman's corpse. Her missing son, Ray Bieber, likely took the notebook and ran away. Klein tries to track him using divination, but his pendulum suddenly attacks him, proof that another force is interfering. Later, Dunn gives Klein a pendulum and a new suit, explaining that they've been authorized to use a Grade 2 sealed artifact to find Ray. This artifact, named 2049, is brought from Backlund by three Beyonders, Harson, Borgia, and Dolly, who Klein met earlier. Before activating it, Harson warns everyone to keep moving their arms up and down. If the artifact's power targets someone, a quick push can free them. When opened, a creepy clown puppet emerges. It looks harmless at first, but attacks Klein, paralyzing him. Leonard pushes him free, revealing that the puppet can control anyone within 5 meters. Leonard then throws Ray's coat at the puppet, which reacts violently, confirming that Ray is tied to the antagonist's bloodline. Meanwhile, Ray performs a dark ritual to absorb the notebook's power, but turns into a monster. The Secret Order's clown appears, but it's too late. The notebook is inside Ray. Dunn's team arrives, and a fierce battle begins. Klein uses night slumber to put the monster to sleep, while Dolly finishes it off. But the clown isn't done. He reappears and overpowers everyone with circus-like agility. Klein manages to shoot him, but the clown heals himself and releases 2049, which freezes everyone like puppets. Trapped, Klein performs a ritual to enter the gray fog world, freeing himself from control. He pretends to still be paralyzed, waits for the right moment, and when the clown approaches, Klein turns and shoots him dead. Before dying, the clown mutters the strange word Horna. Everything returns to normal. Dunn and Leonard praise Klein for his courage, and the notebook is sealed inside the Church of the Evernight. Later, Klein visits a history professor named Mr. Asic to ask about the word Horna, but the man says he doesn't know. As Klein leaves, Asic's shadow silently transforms into a skeleton, hinting there's much more to him than he seems. The Aurora Order is furious, and Oracle scolds his subordinate for losing the Antigonus notebook to the Night Watchers. One goat, Klein, is still alive, so the cult resolves to take him and the notebook back. Meanwhile, at Blackthorn Security, Old Neil teaches Klein ritualistic magic, prepare materials, build a wall of spirituality, and never contact unknown entities. Neil casually asks the Evernight goddess for 30 pounds in a ritual, then earns the exact sum by honestly returning a lost wallet, calling it the goddess's arrangement. Klein decides to follow Roselle's acting method to digest his potion, live like a true seer. Klein visits a divination club, meets Glacis, who predicts Klein's return home will take time, and the star fortune teller Mr. Vincent. Vincent hints Klein's answer lies in 2 words, family and gathering, and we notice 2 missing fingers on Vincent's hand. That night in the gray fog, Klein as Mr. Fool meets Alger and Audrey. He explains potion digestion via acting, learns Audrey's dog Susie drank a Sequence 9 potion and survived, and suggests a merit-based civil service exam for Audrey's political woes. He also assigns 2 tasks: seek Roselle's diary and try a Sunday ritual praying to him. At Selena's birthday, a red-haired classmate carries a box from Vincent, a magic mirror. The mirror corrupts Selena, knocks out Melissa and Elizabeth, and nearly seizes Klein. Klein performs a ritual to the Evernight goddess, but Vincent interferes through his linked mirror. Just then, Audrey's prayer reaches the gray fog, empowering Klein to break free, purify Selena, and shatter the mirror. The cult cleans house. The Oracle Mr. Z kills Vincent. Investigating, Dunn peers into Vincent's dream and glimpses the terrifying image of the true creator. Elsewhere, Audrey discovers she can understand Susie's thoughts. The scene shifts to a grand theater, where a play titled The Alfalfa Tragedy unfolds on stage. It tells the story of a ship whose entire crew suddenly went mad and began killing one another until a lone hero appeared and saved the rest. That hero's name is Triss. As the actor steps onto the stage, the crowd bursts into applause. Among the audience sit Dunn Smith and Klein Morty. From their conversation, we learn that Dolly has already taken the Antigonus notebook back to Backlund, and ever since Dunn saw the upside-down man, his health has been declining. Klein suspects that figure was none other than the true creator, an evil god worshipped by the Aurora Order. The story jumps back a week earlier. At the Divination Club, Klein receives his first paying client, a woman named Anne. She explains that her fiancé, Joyce, boarded the ship Alfalfa a month ago and never returned. Through divination on his photograph, Klein sees that Joyce jumped from the ship but survived and would soon make it home safely. Back in the present, Anne thanks Triss publicly for rescuing her fiancé during the Alfalfa disaster. However, Klein notices something off about Joyce. He looks pale and frightened. Later, Joyce privately tells Klein that ever since returning, he's been having the same nightmare every night. Using divination, Klein enters his dream. Inside, he sees the madness aboard the Alfalfa, the crew slaughtering one another and Joyce grabbing a deranged sailor's arm, asking why he's doing this. Then Klein spots Triss standing behind him in the dream, deepening his suspicion that Triss himself caused the tragedy. Suddenly, the scene shifts. Klein finds himself inside a ruined palace deep in the mountains. A massive throne looms before him, and 2 strange words echo through the air: Horna sis flagra. When Klein wakes, he can't shake those words from his mind. He tells Dunn that Triss is likely behind the Alfalfa tragedy, but Dunn insists they need solid proof. He proposes a joint investigation with other Beyonder divisions, the mandated punishers from the Church of the Lord of Storms and the machine hive mind from the Church of the God of Steam and Machinery. Meanwhile, we see Triss in his true colors. He's with two women whose husbands he killed through manipulation and black magic, enjoying every bit of it. Triss is actually a Sequence 8 Beyonder from the Assassin Pathway, known as an instigator, someone who excels at spreading chaos and convincing others to commit crimes. A mysterious woman offers him a new mission and promises a Sequence 7 potion called Witch as a reward. Elsewhere, Old Neil takes Klein to Tinjin's underground black market bazaar, where ritual tools and talismans are sold. Most are fake, but using spirit vision, Klein manages to find two genuine charms, one for Melissa and one for Benson, to protect them from dark forces. While shopping, Klein spots Triss making a purchase too, with a Punisher secretly tailing him. Realizing he's being watched, Triss flees. A gunfight breaks out. Triss is wounded but escapes, leaving his hat behind. We'll find out in the upcoming episode. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more such recaps. See you soon in the next mystery.